Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. Now, as I've said many times, I hate tripods. Yes, I effing hate tripods. They are the bane of my existence. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a tripod, more specifically a Manfrotto mini tripod. Now, some of you may have seen this in other videos, and to be fair, I prefer this tripod because of its small size. Now, it does have cons and it does have pros. One of the biggest cons is, well, because it's so small, it can only hold a few things. And when I say a few things, I don't mean like it can hold a light, a camera and a microphone. No. This is really designed for your mobile. So what you are meant to do is get a phone mount. This is just a cheap one from my local pound shop. It has got the 1.5-inch screw that all cameras come with. You screw it on to the screw hole, and then, well, your phone goes in here. And you can vlog with it, or you can set up a small camera. When I say a small camera, I mean something like an entry-level DSLR, something like the 2000D, or you can use it to hold small mirrorless cameras, like the Lumix GX7. This is a very small tripod. And that is one of its benefits. Because this is so small, you can just put this in your pockets or in your camera bag or in the little side pockets of your camera bag, and it will be that it's nice and small. It's got 3 obviously legs. It's a tripod. Now, I've had this one for quite a while now, and I've got a lot of good shots with it. Now, I wouldn't recommend using it on something like the 5D, like what I'm using, or something a little heavier than your phone or a mirrorless camera. I strongly probably wouldn't. I also wouldn't recommend something like the Sony A7 series, as they are quite heavy. While they're lighter than a DSLR, they are still too heavy. This will only hold a certain amount of weight, and while it can kind of hold up the weight of them, it isn't really designed for it, so the head will go. Now, as I said, I've had this one in particular for quite a while now, and what I have noticed is the ball head, because that's what we've got here. We've got a nice, quite a sturdy ball head, is starting to sound a little. If I put that up against the mic, you can just hear that. Look, I mean, I've released the little catch just here to release the ball head. If you don't do that, then it won't move. But the ball element has now started to rub, so which means it will need to be taken apart and oiled, because the oil that they put in it at the factory has now worn off, which is perfectly fine. Wear and tear does happen, especially when you use a product as much as I have. Now, as I said, I have had this particular tripod for quite a while, and it has served me really well. Now, I did for a little while try a Joby GorillaPod. I don't have it anymore because I broke it, because the little legs, the little balls on the legs just weren't good enough for what I wanted, so I had to go with this. So no, this isn't as versatile as a Joby GorillaPod. It is still a pretty good tripod and won't fail. Now, I have had some more bad experiences with this. After a little while, the legs start to come too loose, but the upside of that is it is user fixable. You can fix that quite easy by tightening the 3 bolts that are in the center in between all 3 legs. You can loosen them, you can tighten them to your discretion and how you want them. Now, another thing that has happened with this one in particular is one of the grips on the legs has come off. So as you can see, there is a little foot grip. It's got a nice little bit of rubber just there, but on this one in particular, it has now come off. And so has the little red button here. There was a little red bit there. It did start to come loose, so I did just pull it off and throw it in the bin. Maybe you could super glue it down, but Manfrotto, please, if you are going to have that little logo there, then glue it or something like that, because that's what it really needs. So another pro of this mini tripod is it is extremely cheap. You can pick this little tripod up for about £20 UK. So it is a lot cheaper than a Joby GorillaPod. Another good thing about the Manfrotto mini tripod is the fact that there are about 3 to 4 different colours. So you don't have to go with white or black. there are 3 or 4 different ones that you can pick from, so you can kind of customize it to your setup. But I just went with the cheap, bog standard white one because it was just easier. There's not really much to say on the Manfrotto mini tripod. It is just a really, really good small tripod that fits in your pocket. Anyway guys, that's all from me today, and I'll see you in the next one.